What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are back to talk about the Liberty team. We had a recent leak from Boylan, make sure to check out his channel. We had a recent leak about this new team coming to the game, and it's coming with reworks for Captain Sam and also for War Machine. Now, if you guys watch my live streams, this is something that we predicted a few months ago, that H0LY was going to make a Black History Month team based on the movie that is going to the cinema soon, or right now, I'm not sure, depending on where you are in the world. And our suspicions were confirmed. So if you watch my live streams, if you listen to my timeline of what's coming for the next 6 months, I think it's pretty much the same, or I think it's on point, because we have been guessing everything correctly, even without inside information. But if you guys once again want inside information, make sure to check out Boylan's leaks, which we are going to cover right now. So we're gonna go through the entire team, and I'm gonna give you my opinion about this team. This is not a required team, but if you care about Alliance Wars and maybe even Cosmic Crucible, this is definitely something that you should consider. So as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure you smash that like button like a boss. Okay, before we start, as I mentioned, the characters that are going to get rework is Captain Sam, and he has the immune unique of Vibranium, so make sure you buy it. I already bought a bunch of them to cover this rework, and also the level cap increase. And then we have War Machine that uses MR tech, like Vulture, like Red Goblin, and a bunch of other characters as well. So you might be low on MR tech, so make sure you start buying it as well. Now, we're gonna cover the kits, and I'm gonna give you my opinion based on their kit. And if this is a team that you can also use for Dark Dimension or something, because with the announcement of the level cap increase coming up soon, we might want to consider characters we want to take for Dark Dimension, so keep that in mind. Okay, so with that said, let's take a look at the kits, and these kits are pretty big, right? It's gonna be big, and we're gonna start off with the Captain Sam kit. Now, he always had a very good kit, and most of the changes he has, it's to cover the new team. So we have Liberty being mentioned on the special, where he gets defense up, speed up, and energy. So now not only skill characters, but also Liberty characters. This might mean that not all Liberty characters are skill. I think some of them will be bio, but we'll see. Then we have Field Speed Bar for self, all Liberty and skill characters for 5%, plus other allies as well for additional 5%. So once again, just covering the new team. On spawn, defense deflects for Liberty characters and skill characters, okay. When this character drops below 50% health, if this character does not have 2 or more exhausted, clear down from self, apply this deflect, death proof, and defense up for 2 turns for self and now Liberty allies. So this is gonna be absolute must have in Alliance Wars defense, but you can also consider this in Cosmic Crucible as well. You just have to make sure that you match the recommendations, which is just 2 exhaust. Okay, anyway. War Machine now is basic, is going to increase from 140 to 250% damage, applies offense down, nothing too crazy. Is he going to be a striker? Probably not. We have to remember that some of these characters, they still have synergies with their old characters. So this is going to be Mary Hill, this is going to be Sharon Carter, and in this case we're also talking about Power Armor and Iron Man and Rescue. They had reworks recently, so you could squeeze some juice out of those characters as well. So Iron Man now is going to attack the primary target and adjacent targets for piercing. It's going to repeat the attack 3 times, so this is a total of 360% piercing damage. And if this character has 4 or more Liberty allies, flip defense up, deflect, and regeneration. So depending on where you're using this character, you might get more value out of the special. Here we have on the ultimate clear all barrier on enemies. This usually has a long cooldown, it's like 6 energy if I remember correctly. This attack cannot be missed, blocked, or dodged. The miss, it means that it's not unavoidable. You can still blind. If you are blind, you can still miss it. So this is not like unavoidable. It's not exactly the same thing, so keep that in mind. But for most part, it should work. It should have an increase on the damage multiplier. We'll see that in the future. 340% right now is not very good, even with the new stats. But assuming that you are using the special first and flipping the defense up and the flags, maybe it will be a good thing. We'll see about that. Then we have the passive for War Machine. When an enemy drops below 75 or 50% health, apply taunt to that target, and this cannot be dodged or blocked. I'm laughing because this is like one of the best combos that you do with Ultimus. You have War Machine applying taunts for everyone, and then you have Ultimus gaining like 200% speed bar, and it gets pretty wild. So I'm happy to see this combo once again like we had like 4 years ago. On spawn, apply to Death Proof for self and all Liberty allies. This is great for Alliance Wars defense, but also Cosmic Crucible defense. And if Iron Man is an ally, you gain 30% crit damage, Death Proof, and Death Proof also for Iron Man. So once again, big damage if you have him together with Iron Man, so I don't see why not. Okay, now you're gonna talk about the new characters, and the first character is Falcon Joaquin or Joaquin, depending on where you are in the world, but this is a J, so it's Joaquin. You guys need to learn how to speak. Red Wing Assault, so this is the same Red Wing other Falcons have, and once again, this is the new Falcon, the more diverse Falcon, because he was not diverse enough, so they had to make him Mexican. So attack primary target for 350, normal damage, apply speed up to self and all Liberty allies. So it's not as good as Pavitre. Pavitre provides speed up for random allies. This is just for its own team. So if you're gonna play with this team in Alliance Wars defense or Cosmic Crucible, you have to remember that the speed up is not for everyone, but this might be a good thing overall. Like, we are still getting a ton of speed up. The special for Falcon Joaquin is going to be flip all negative effects into positive effects on the entire team. Attack the enemies for piercing, for normal damage, primary target and adjacent target as well. 30% healing for the entire team as well. Yikes, this is absolutely insane. In Roar, reduce the speed bar of the primary target by 50%. Now, we don't have the energy cost for this, so we don't know exactly how OP it's going to be. But he also is going to apply Safeguard for 2 turns for the entire team, and the attack is unavoidable. This unavoidable is just for, I guess, the speed bar reduction, because apart from that, there is nothing here too much. But we have Safeguard, and we have Captain Sam giving speed up, a bunch of buffs as well. So this is going to be absolutely insane. We might have to use Thanos endgame on offense in War if we start seeing a lot of these teams on defense. I'm starting to get a feeling that this is going to be Heroes for Hire 2.0. So yeah, that's going to be pretty scary if it's the case. Ultimate for Joaquin Falcon, we have heal self and now Liberty allies for 40% of this character at max health. In War, generate 2 ability energy for self and all Liberty allies. Attack primary target and adjacent targets, apply vulnerabilities to a maximum of 4 and reduce 30% speed bar. So this is Shang-Chi 2.0. Let's be honest, this is Shang-Chi 2.0. This is Heroes for Hire 2.0. Generate ability energy, reduce speed bar, tons and tons of healing, plus speed bar increase, plus speed bar reduction. Yikes, H0LY, what are you doing? Now, once again, you can use them on offense, but this team is going to be absolute monsters on defense. You can count on that, that's for sure. Then we have the passive for Joaquin Falcon, Air Traffic Controller. Okay, that's a very strange name. For the first time an enemy takes a turn, apply defense up, speed up, and immunity for self and all Liberty allies. On enemy turn taunt, I don't know what is a taunt turn. If this character has 4 or more Liberty allies, fill the speed bar by 50% for self and all Liberty allies. Yikes, bro, this is insane. This is absolutely insane. Enemies with taunt take additional 25% damage. Yikes. Once again, Ultimus on this team is going to be wild. In War, on spawn, apply taunt for 2 turns to all enemies. Oh my god. And it has no team restriction. Oh, that's crazy. 500% extra focus for this action. Gain 30% speed until this character takes a turn. And this is because if the character does not take a turn, they don't get the extra speed for allies. This is mechanics that we have with Black Widow that conflict into this. When enemies cannot fill the speed bar for themselves, allies, or enemies until Joaquin takes a turn, and enemies with taunt cannot gain immunity. So this means characters like Black Knight and Gladiator will not be able to get immunity, which will make them a lot easier to counter. So if you decide to use this team on offense, this is gonna be great. And you can use Joaquin as its own character because, well, it does not have any kind of team restrictions, as you guys can see. So you can even use him as a solo character on offense. Okay, so once again, that was Falcon Joaquin, the new Joaquin, more diverse for newer audiences. And now we have a Patriot. We have been theory crafting about this guy for a very long time on my live streams. We knew he was coming, right? We knew he was coming. He's finally here. Patriotic Punch, attack the primary target for damage and apply 2 bleeds, so he's probably going to be a striker. American Rush, attack all enemies for piercing, additional damage for each positive and negative effect on this character and apply defense down for 2 turns. This is an absolute yikes, massive damage from this. Heal self and all Liberty allies for additional 20%, in war this gains crit chance against enemies with taunt. Wow, that's gonna be insane. So you can be a raider or a striker, either way this guy is going to be absolute monster. Ultimate for the Patriot, we have a Star Spangled Slam. Clear barrier from all enemies, apply offensive for self and all Liberty allies. Clear death proof from the primary target and adjacent target. Attack primary target and adjacent target for piercing damage plus 2 bleed. In war on kill, fill the speed bar for self by 100%, so no teams with minions, you cannot use Undying against this team. So once again, this is why this team is going to be on defense. This attack gains 100% crit chance against targets with taunt, so Zombie Juggernaut, good night. And then we have red, white and blue. On successful attack by this character or any Liberty ally, flip 1 negative effect into positive effects, so he's never going to have negative effects, which is a good thing because if he had offense down, the damage would be reduced, and like this, it's not going to be reduced. So he's never going to have offense down, so he's going to be an absolute monster. On enemy turn, apply 1 taunt to a maximum of 3 to that enemy. Until this character completes a turn, this character and all Liberty allies gain 200% focus. So this might be for some kind of assist mechanic or counter mechanic, I'm not really sure. Enemies with taunt lower the dodge chance by 100%. Take additional 25% damage. I guess that's the case. So no kind of web warriors. Do we have any team that has a lot of dodges? I'm not sure. Really wondering. Do you guys know another team with dodges? Let me know in the comments below. In war, the damage of this character and Liberty allies can only be reduced by offense down, and this is to counter characters like Omega Red that can reduce damage with his passive. If this character has 4 or more Liberty allies, lower the max barrier of enemies by 30%. That's gonna be a big yikes for characters like Secret Defenders. We're also talking about Illuminati and so on, so this is absolutely wild. And enemies with taunt cannot gain stealth, so there we go. Okay, so those are 4 characters. We have War Machine, Falcon, Joaquin Falcon, and we have a Patriot. Now we have the waifu. We have Peggy Carter. This is not going to be the bulky Peggy Carter. This is the civilian Peggy Carter, the waifu Peggy Carter, the one that dresses cute and works at the office. So she's going to be like Mary Hill, if you want to compare with a character. So taking aim, attack primary target for 300% damage. Apply slow, copy and clear random positive effects, excluding taunt from the primary target. Okay, cool stuff. Cool stuff. Special Sunfire Bolt. Okay. Clear immunity from the primary target and adjacent targets. Attack primary target and adjacent targets. Apply slow. Apply stun to the primary target. In war, apply trauma for 2 turns to the primary target. This is unavoidable. If this character has 3 or more Liberty allies, there goes the flexibility I was mentioning with Ultimus. This attack cannot be blocked. Okay. Ultimate, Crossfire, clear all barrier from all enemies, attack all enemies for 400% damage, apply slow, apply vulnerabilities to a maximum of 4. So this team probably doesn't even need like a lot of raiders. Apply ability block for 2 turns to the primary target. In war, if this character has 3 or more Liberty allies, apply trauma for 2 turns for all enemies. So I'm going to assume that this is a turn 2 ability, because if it's a turn 1 ability, it's just way too strong. All this damage, slow vulnerabilities, and trauma, that sounds way too insane. So probably a second turn ability. And then you have the passive for, what's her name? Peggy Carter Civilian, the Dryad. Attack, no, sorry, at the end of enemy. Jesus Christ, you guys say I'm not dyslexic, I'm 100% dyslexic. At the end of any Liberty ally turn, if this character does not have 2 or more exhausted, so once again on defense, they clearly want us to put this team on defense. Attack the most injured enemy for 150 piercing, in war 200 piercing instead, and apply slow and heal block. Wow, this is absolutely insane. This team is absolutely insane. Enemies with taunt take additional 25% damage, and in war, enemies with slow cannot gain speed up. Wild stuff. So you could even use her together with, I don't know, with Vulture or something like some. You can. There is some theory crafting to do with these characters. We will address that theory crafting in the future when we have these characters available. So once again, in war, enemies with slow cannot gain speed up. On successful hit by this character, apply taunt to each target. Ultimus on this team, oh my god, this is crazy. If this character has 3 or more Liberty allies, once again, space for Ultimus, enemies cannot, enemy characters with slow cannot fill the speed bar for themselves. Oh wow, this is insane. This is insane. So enemy characters with slow cannot fill the speed bar for themselves or allies. This is absolutely insane. So there you go, guys. This is the Liberty team. This team is going to be absolute monsters in Alliance Wars. The characters that are getting rework is Captain Sam and War Machine, so make sure you get your MRTX and your Vibranium. This is definitely a team that is going to be similar to Heroes for Hire, which means that it's going to be an absolute nightmare, and we'll probably see throughout the next year or so a lot of people crying on Reddit and Facebook and so on, because the team will just be insane. But there you go, guys. That's once again the Liberty team. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you did, make sure you smash that like button like a boss. And as always, if you've liked the information on these videos, make sure to share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more mouse first content. Don't forget to check out the Boyland's channel, and I'll catch you guys later.